y'all. You here with your girl, Soraya Parker Pill, once again. Yes, we are actually here with two beauties, and you know I hang around nothing but beauties. Today, one name is Shauna, and the other one name is Tanya. I'm sorry, Tayana. I'm up here. Let me look. Tanya. Tanya, I mean, the reason why I got it mixed up, which everybody can mess up, is because on Facebook it say Tanya, and her real name is Tanya, and I was like, okay, which one is it?
Yeah, that's
But
it.
like I said, they are some beauties, and we are going to shine some light on some stuff today. But before we get into that, we're going to learn a little bit about our star guest today. Tanya, I want to ask you first. I met you. Well, actually, I met Tonya in the class that we're in now, which is an SBA training class, and that's basically for people that just want to do more for themselves. How to get there, when to get there, and how to do what you do and master it. So we already master some companies that we already have now, and we're definitely just trying to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger because you can't help everyone if you're not getting bigger. Like if you're at one level, how are we going to help everybody?
Sure.
So Tanya, I want to sponsor your business first and tell me how easy or hard it was for you to get to that business. Let people know how to get in contact with you and what you can do for them.
All right. So my name is Tanya Hicks. Again, she did mention on Facebook it says something that's totally different, and the reason why it's totally different because mm, business is different from Facebook, if you know what I mean. So, a little bit about myself. I started off. The name of my company is Day and Night Labor Services. I started off with a trucking company. I had a trucking company. I still have a trucking company, but the trucking company actually have been in business for the last 4 years. I started with the trucking company, and as anyone knows that's in trucking, the rates plummet. So I sat around and I'm like, okay, well, how do I get past this? That roller coaster, that up and down that comes with trucking, having some type of consistency. But I helped a lot of truckers, fill out their paperwork, book them loads, send them out there on different, just out getting different commodities of freight. And I'm also indirect air courier with TSA. So with that being said, it's like I'm able to do different things. Like with some drivers that actually have like Twit card, I can send them to the airport to pick up freight. I can send them to the ocean, down there at the port to pick up freight. But it still was not any consistency actually within that field. It was like, oh man, we making 200,000-300,000, and all of a sudden you plummet. Boom, you're down back to, hey, how are we going to survive? How are we going to pay the drivers? How are we going to no? So with all that being said, I pivot over to having a recruiting business. So that was my initial plan of starting out. When I first started out opening my company that's the reason why the name is Day and Night Labor Services, because I wanted to actually open up a recruiting agency, where I can actually go in and help staff people. And not even only that, help with into the community and help with, like the reentry programs of getting the guys or the women that actually come from out of, jail to obtain jobs, give them the resume writing, give them that guidance to be like, hey, just because you got a felony, and one thing we know, Sarah, in Baltimore City, they have these programs, these initiative programs where it's though, hey, if you're in Baltimore City and you have a felon, you can work for a hospital. Most places you can, but the good thing about Baltimore City is they have an abundance of programs out here. I mean, they're like everywhere. Anywhere else, I really can't say because I haven't digged into Washington, D.C. or Chicago, the city of Atlanta or whatever. I haven't digged into those different areas to figure out what they have, but I do know in Baltimore City, they are here to actually help the people within the community. So
That is awesome. That is awesome. See, what I love about, basically the podcast thing and everything like that. I mean, I used to did not like getting on the podcast, showing my face, whatever. But then I had to remember it wasn't for me. We're here to actually help people get through it all, and let them know that it is programs out here that we don't even know about, and it's going to be one person we can help and maybe even save their life because they was like, wow, I was just going through this and I heard Toya talking, and here I found out that there's a program out there for me. I just got out of jail, or my husband just got out of jail, or my nephew just got out of jail, and here I can just lead him into the right direction. And
Yeah.
through meeting you, I was actually here to meet your girlfriend, Shauna. So Shauna and I has not talked yet, but we're talking now today. And it's just like we're talking amongst each other, even though we might be helping others. It's just us getting to know each other, and other people, thousands of people getting to know us at the same time. So Shauna, what's up with you, girl? And what you have for our listeners today?
Today I have for your listeners, I am a freight broker, a transportation broker. I
Okay.
have been for almost 3 years. It's been quite a struggle. The way that I got in was quite a struggle. Um, I actually was going to buy some properties and I decided not to. I decided to start a business, and me not knowing that was my first mistake. I just bought into a business that I didn't know anything about. And I bought into it, had the funds for it, and I paid somebody to help me set my business up. And when I paid them, they told me that they were going to also train me to perfect my craft. And that didn't happen. And I just got left hanging by the wayside. So I literally had to figure out how I'm going to run this business and try to make it successful. And I've been doing it on my own for the past almost 3 years now. So,
Wow.
yeah,
So let's shine some light on that.
yeah,
Let's shine some light on that. What do we do when we feel like we can really trust somebody, or most likely it was our own kind that did this to you, correct?
yeah, most definitely.
I figured that, and it's sad to say, but if I was wrong, I was going to be like in here shouting like, "What?"
Yeah, most
But
definitely.
let's shine some light. Yeah, let's shine some light on that. What do we
Yeah,
do, or what helped you through getting through that obstacle? Knowing that you really trusted this person and thought that they was going to lead you in the right direction and really was going to have your back, and then they just basically, gave you their butt to kiss. I'm saying it nicely,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
cuss anyway. I'm on a cussing diet, been on a cussing diet for 5 years, and I ain't trying to cuss today. But what do
Right.
we do in a situation like that? What is helping you through a situation like that? Because there's somebody out here going through the same thing you going
Oh,
through, and they
yeah.
need to hear why she's here on here talking about it when I mean, I would have been in jail.
What helped me get through the situation was I just started learning how to network with random people all over the internet. That's what helped me get through it, because at that time I didn't have any more funds to pay anybody else to train me. And I just started networking and networking as much as I could, and that's what helped me get through it. Literally, I spent thousands of dollars paying her to help me set up, and then I had to turn around and pay for my LLC, my broker license, my cargo insurance, my surety bond, my BOC3, and different type of paperwork that you
Mm,
need to have to be a broker. And it just she didn't train me at all, and I went to start networking with different. I hopped in different groups on Facebook, Instagram, and just started YouTube University. Just started learning
okay.
on what I needed to know just to help me push forward. And if I felt like I wanted to pay for another course, then I could, because I was able to, network and see what everybody else had to say before I put any more money into anything else other than renewing my bonds and insurance the next following year.
But I
So
guess I
Girl, you just helped somebody. Go ahead.
And so that's how I actually met Shauna. Through networking, because I have events also, and I actually, it's so many people in the trucking, and they just like, man, they don't know what to do, and it's like their laws. Whether you're a broker, whether you are, you have a trucking company, you're lost. And one thing in the trucking industry that everybody tells you, like especially now's the season, because everybody about to get their tax. They're about to get their tax money. Hey, you should get into trucking. It's $1 trillion industry, blah, blah, blah. And you're kind of like looking at it and you're like, man, and you're looking it up and it's saying that. But what people fail to realize about trucking is so many components that come with trucking. That supply chain. That's global. Like you got to really like dig down into it. People don't understand when they get into trucking. It's like, it's bigger than just trucking. If you're not catching the freight coming off the ocean, off of those boats at the port, or off the airplane, or at the railroad station, then you're not really making the big bucks. And what I'm going to set Shauna up with is getting her the expertise, the guidance that I know to do heavy haul. Remember that event that I went to yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
So I was speaking with a gentleman there. I got his card right here. And he was like, he said, I'm telling him, I was in trucking, for a while. He does heavy haul. So I said, hey, I got this pool company, which I do. I have a pool company that constantly calls me. They're out in Texas. Even though I'm not a broker anymore, I still have contacts. I still network with people. I still keep that, that revenue.
Relationship. But
not even only with the relationship, like with me meeting up with Shauna. So it could be like somebody that could come to me and just say, hey, well, Tonya, I'm trying to build some type of relationship with someone. I can use her brokerage to, and her experience and get her all trained and everything, and throw the customer over to her and just take off a one-time 15% fee. So you can keep like running it, but it's just that guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, the girl duped her. She just was like, okay. And I've heard this story a million times in the trucking business. Everyone knows, I'm telling you, like trucking. Look how many people that's in our class that's in trucking. But you have to get out. What I learned from trucking is it's up and down. It's always been up and down. As long as anyone can know. That's some side. That's a part of the trucking side that they don't tell you. And it's not even up and down with that. It's up and down also with the brokerage, because you could be up 1 minute and then all of a sudden, you just fall down. But getting Shauna into heavy haul, that's actually moving, large commodities of freight, or either oversized freight, where you see the escorts coming down on the beltway, like on 95, and they have the two cars that's actually escorting the trucks. And it's because it's an oversized load. You want to do something like that, because that niche right there, you got to find a niche into being a broker, a freight broker, because it's not a lot of people really that's in, heavy haul or, oversized actually loads. It's not really saturated with though everybody's that's a freight broker. They're just contacting shippers. So finding a niche that you want to do when you're a broker is definitely the the way to actually excel into being a brokerage. But me personally, I experienced it. I lived it. My husband, we went. I'm telling you, we was like, whoa, like you talking about work? We go out here. Oh, we could run a truck, and I'm telling you, like it was just box trucks. We're running up to New Jersey, and we're making $1,000 in one day. I mean, we sitting at a desk for 8 hours. You'd have made $250. So it's like, dang, like this isn't adding up. When you're constantly actually doing that, it's like, wow, like it's really money out here to be made. You think it's like, wow, it's money to be made out here. But it'll come up and it'll go down. And it could be like that with any business, but with trucking, transportation, up and down. It's like a roller coaster. It's too much.
And it's crazy because when Shauna was talking, I was laughing inside because I was like, Shauna don't even know if she getting somebody out on parole or out of jail faster than they think they could because they got that burner phone listening to, well, dang, I ain't even had to splash slap that person. I'm up in jail because they turned their back on me and just left me hanging. But here's Shauna talking about the other way of just like, that taught me a lesson and I learned it myself. And
Right.
no one can create the way you do things except for you, because
Right.
that's where creativity come in. You know, you can show somebody from A to Z how to do something, but it's never going to be exactly the same way if it's not coming from the same person.
Right,
It's
right.
not. It's, so I was like, dang, somebody with that burner phone right now, like I ain't had to be up in here in jail because they left me hanging. No,
Yes,
you
it's
didn't have to
rough.
be in jail.
It's rough out there. It's a lot of people doing this, from especially from dispatching. The dispatching is a lot of people saying I can teach you how to be a dispatcher, and they just giving you a couple PDFs and just leaving you hanging. They're not giving you, showing you how to get carriers, how to contact shippers I'm sorry, brokers the correct way. It's this thing is a whole gimmick. It's a big gimmick.
I believe it. I think like she said with anything it's like that because even with real estate, like I was a real estate agent at one point, and I just went and I sold one home, and with that commission I started my own business called SP Investment.
Sit down
And
there. Just
I
go
was
in
like,
there. Sit down
I'm
for
not doing this. I'm not working for nobody giving them 70% and I get no, I get 70%, they get 30. No, I think it was the other way around,
yeah.
but whatever it was, I didn't like it. So I just started my own business. And I was like, I can't do this because it's like they only going to teach you what they want you to know. You know, the broker. The broker is going to only let you go but so high. You know, they're going to just take your money and run with it because they got the license. But they're not going to show you how to make millions like they did. They're gonna be
Right.
looking at you like, no, I still need my 70%, or no, I still need my 30%. So I'm gonna just leave you out there to learn things on your own. I mean, it's crazy out here, and that's why we definitely need to shed light on what do we do when we in situations like this. You know, do we slap them and keep it moving, or,
Nah.
Nah,
or
you
we just
just kill them,
we
kill them
pray to
with
God, we
kindness.
pray to God and say, look, I'm gonna just learn how to do this myself.
Yeah, that's what you have to do, because God gonna make a way, especially when you're determined and you want to do something better with your life. And that's where
Indeed,
I was at in life. I just
indeed.
wanted to do something with the money that I had and be prosperous with it and excel in advance. So I just wanted to keep going and and keep pushing. And I just kept pushing every year. I didn't give up. I'm still not giving in.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's why we here today amongst each other, just letting people know. Yeah, we know what you're thinking. Yeah, you probably already done it, but it's other ways to get through it. You don't have to be upset. You don't have to say, well, this person did this to me, so that's why I didn't make it. No, let that be the person that motivated you to learn it on your own so you can make it all yours. It's your
Right.
baby, it's what you do, it's how you do it. You know, she can't, and it's crazy because the person that left you hanging going to be coming right back to you later asking you for help because
Yeah.
that's just how it is. It's a chain
Yeah.
reaction. It's going to
The
go right
change.
in a circle and she's going to be asking you, how did you get there?
Mm.
Oh,
But then
and you can say, I got there thanks to you because you left me hanging and I had to
Right.
learn how to do that.
Right. Right.
but
So you'll be able to smile and say, thanks to you, I got here perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I don't believe she knew. I don't believe she knew how to actually do it either. It just was like she knew like some of the basics of it because everything now is pretty much sold off of artificial intelligence.
Mm.
So it's just like, man, everywhere, every angle you turn on the internet, it's just like, man, it's money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's money. Like, just get it. Like, it's money. You know. And I know I do it myself as far as. But one thing about me, if you link up with me, Shauna tell you, you will tell me, Ryan, you know, Shariah. I'm saying it
Yeah,
right.
you said Raya, Raya, Rara,
Ryan,
Soraya.
Ryan.
It's Mariah Curry with an S.
Right.
It's what it is.
The one thing you will say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be, of course, I want to make money too. I want to
You're
make
not
profit.
greedy. You're not greedy.
But
You're definitely
if
want to
it's
see
just,
the best out of someone else.
yeah, so if it's something that, simple directions of, hey, you can go here, you can do this, and you can do that. Or, hey, if you need some guidance, you got PTAC out here that's free.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have SCORE that's also out here that's free. You can link up with the SBA. What you think the SBA getting paid for those counselors down there? If you're a small business, they're paid to help you.
Yes.
So, but I think that a lot of people, they can only, people can only guide you, in so much that you actually do, like within your company yourself. But then you have to break down and you have to do it yourself. You have to research. But it's hard. It's hard being a entrepreneur out here and being African American. When people say, oh man, even with the loans and stuff, oh, you want to go out and you want to get a loan. You can't really get a loan because, first of all, they do ask you, what's your race? You can't say no that, oh, they don't ask you what your race, because that's what they do. But they ask you what your race, what type of company that you actually have, is all depending on all of that. And it's like you set yourself up where, so you think you're going to get a loan and then you don't get the loan. So, in SBA, they have this program where it's, you're supposed to be guaranteed a loan. I know you heard of that program. It's called the SBA Guaranteed Program or
I
whatever.
heard of it.
So I spoke with the supervisor down there at the SBA, and I said they had a conference. And when I caught up with them, and I said, do you understand? I went online and I completed that application. You know what happened? I got so many solicitations. Is there any way to stop these solicitations? And I still didn't get a loan.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they set you up, but it's like when you're a startup like that, they tell you to bootstrap. You got to reach out to people, try to find sponsors. It's a lot to it. It's definitely a lot to it. But I think that the key to it is not giving up. Because even in this moment, I'm telling you, it ain't been easy to be like, oh, well, Tonya, you're uphill, blah, blah, blah. Even me, you're going to go through those challenges. And when you go through those challenges, you just like, God, what in the world? It's just like a whirlpool. They just keep going around in a circle. But at the end of the day, and I told Shawn this, I'm going to tell you this yesterday. At the end of the day, we can always say, it always worked out. Like, what the hell I was stressed for? You ever feel like that?
Always.
Like it always works out. And you kind of you be at that stage, and it may be like 5 years later, and you look back and you're like, oh man, like I remember this. Like, yeah, I really went through that. But it worked out. So it's definitely, you just got to keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's awesome. I love the fact that you have listeners out here, and some people that we might not reach or whatever, but it's gonna be a lot of people you reach, and they was like, "Well, dang, they some powerful girls over there, truckers. What? Look, 3 black girls on that one, and I used to be a roofer, so here you got a roofer, truckers. I mean, how in the heck are we ever to treat women bad? Like if it's any men that's listening to this podcast or whatever, I mean, just think to yourself, how could you ever treat your wife bad, your girlfriend bad, your daughter bad, like any woman bad, when we out here doing the daggone thing? Like it's not easy for us to do what is easy for y'all, or what was made for y'all to do alone. Here we are strong women taking the torch, and we're walking strong with it. So all we need is you men to get together, act like y'all have some sense, and walk strong with us. Like literally. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just too much to do on your own. And I mean, just because we're strong don't mean we want to do it by ourselves, or we want to stay by ourselves either. I mean, I'm not talking for me, but I know other females that I be around. They're by themselves, and they was like, I don't need a man. Okay, I might not need a man, but I want one. I don't want to be by myself.
You know what? That should be the topic. And I'm going to tell you the reason that should really be the topic. I don't get that. I think that it's that mind frame. Like, women nowadays is like, all right, that's when we go back to this Willie Lynch thing. So you know about the Willie Lynch letter. If you guys that's actually listening in, go back and look up the Willie Lynch letter. it's that syndrome. I don't need a man. Most African American women will start these jobs, make $100,000, $200,000 a year, and they would say, "Well, I don't need a man. What do I need a man for? I have enough money." But then they're whining, and they're on the phone. They're like, "Oh, yeah, I had to go out there and cut that grass." Why do you pay the guys? You don't need a man though,
Right.
And then that's another thing that comes with into the community with the kids. When you got a woman and you got a woman raising the child, you're upset with the baby father or your child's father, and you're not allowing him to be active into that child's life.
Right.
So the child is destructive. He's into everything. So why do you think that child is destructive? Because he done ran behind you the whole time. He didn't get the proper guidance. But this is the mentality now that's in a lot of women's head. That I don't need a man. What I need a man? Oh, you gotta have money. Oh, you gotta be on my level. Whatever happened to building a man up? I guess
exactly
about that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's strange. It's very, very strange when you look at where we are today, how women are, and how they actually treat men. Like, oh man, he gotta be driving this. Oh, I need my nails done. Oh, I need this. I need that. But when you die, you ain't, what I'm saying? All of it's going with you, but it's going with you in a casket.
Right.
We all go in the same place, but it's like, what are you doing?
It's funny because most of the women that saying that their man have to have all these things don't have it themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That part.
No. How you gonna put limitations and it's just crazy limitations and telling a person, oh, this is what you have to have on my list, and you don't even have the money to do it yourself. You don't have the vehicle yourself of what vehicle they need to be in. You don't have a home. You're living in the bottom of grandma or mommy home. You're not even paying rent. You know what I'm saying? You can't get your toenails done every 2 weeks, but you want a man to be able to do this for you. Are you serious?
It all starts here. It all starts here.
It's crazy.
And
But
it's
it's
society.
I used to be one of them, though. I used to be one of those women, and this was a while ago. But I used to be one of them because I knew my worth. I knew what I could do, and I did it well. That I always say, well, if I got to do it myself, what I need you for? Like I don't need a man. I don't need. Yes, we do. We don't want to be stuck home for the rest of our life and have worked so hard to get where we at and have money put up in the bank to not share it with someone that we want to be with.
Yeah.
Like,
Facts.
who the heck?
Facts.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
You want to share with somebody. I don't care if it's a boo thing or just a situationship or whatever it may be. Somebody hitting a speaker. I don't know what's going on or whatever it may be. But yeah, the thing is, you want to be able to share it with somebody.
Right.
You don't want to be by yourself. So I wish we do stop saying stuff like that because I have a great husband and I know I put him through hell. It's just that I always want more. Like when I get something like and master it, I'm going to the next thing. I'm not going to, soak in that for a whole year saying, oh, well, I mastered this. So let me just take a vacation for a year. Heck no, I'm going to the next thing right away. I'm going right away. And my husband was like, I wish she'd just sit her tail down somewhere. I'm telling you, I ain't sitting nowhere. I promise you. Every time God bless me, I'm out there trying to bless another and I'm going to keep it moving.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if y'all don't have nothing else to say, I can close it down now. Or if there's anything y'all do want to put out there, I think it was pretty good. It was. It always good. I don't think. I know. Yeah. So, do you want to first, Tanya? You want to give out your social media platform or any way they can get in contact with you because you seem like you'll be a great consultant for people that do want to get into trucking. Because there's a lot of people out here that do want to get into trucking. And same thing with you, Shauna. If you want to give out any kind of information so people can reach out to you, and it probably would be building your business up because people might say, I need a female trucker. You know what I'm saying? This is what they don't get. Truckers making money, but the person that have a female trucker probably making more because she's a female doing it. Like they can just go off of that. Say, I got a female trucker, doing my freights. They gonna want you because they're like, I gotta see this for myself.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
They want a freight broker that's actually a female. That's definitely the case. But not even only a female, somebody that's fair. That's what normally on the trucking side, most couriers we all look for. Fair.
Yeah.
The brokers is like, I have to make sure that everybody eating. But it's hard. That's one hard industry to actually get into. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
close out with is anybody that's looking at this podcast, and if you are a felon, do not give up. If you're just getting from out of jail, do not give up. There's a lot of resources that are actually out here for you. Just because you have a felon does not mean that you cannot get a to say, or you can't actually better yourself. So I'm going to leave it with that. I am a recruiting firm. I'm also working on the recruiting program as far as helping out some of my guys that's actually home, getting them in tune, getting them like really feet on the ground, with these large corporations. That's something that's actually major. That's always been on my list to help out, for felons. But that's what I'm gonna close it off with. My name is Toya Hicks.
How can they reach out to you, Tonya? Come on now, don't be stingy.
Well, they can actually reach out to me. I mean, I don't do Facebook, like even with I'm on Facebook, but I'm just the type of person that most people that's on Facebook, it's like, I know people that's on Facebook, yeah, they're friends with me and we may be close. But then I got some people on Facebook that I possibly don't even fool with. And they just there, you know what I'm saying? Because most people that's on Facebook, they don't congratulate you or anything like that. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. If you have a business account, reach out on me on LinkedIn. My name is Toya Hicks, and the company name is Day and Night Labor Services. So if you want to interact with me, let's do it on the business side. As far as Facebook, and I'm also on Instagram, and it's under Day and Night Labor Services. So
That is awesome. See, I knew you had a way. I knew you had a way. She was up there. You can't get in contact with me.
no, I'm not like that. I'm just like when people come on
Don't get.
people tell you like when I be in it, I be in these groups like hitting them up because it's like when I get some downtime at night, and that's what my husband always say. He say, "Man, you just trying to help everybody," and he's like, "Wait, you gotta get paid for this stuff. You keep giving out abundance of knowledge." You know what I'm saying? So I start putting together the stuff that people are selling today. Is nothing compared to any type of information, any type of documents. And Shauna can tell you this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give it up. Like, hey, here you go. Like, you come to any of my events. My events are not high. My one event that I'm having right now, that is $26.99. It's on Eventbrite. That's for freight brokers and heavy haul. I have another event that's for dispatching. Even with the dispatching side of things, that's like $65, but you get everything. I mean, all of how to set up your LLC, everything. And then after getting all of that, you also have 2 hours of back office support. So if you get into a jam, then you know how to get out of it. But not even only that, you're getting couriers. So it's just like I have a lot going on, but it's like, everybody's online and they're trying to actually sell something. And what they would do is they would get on Facebook and then they start hitting me up. I got enough inbox at night. When I'm out there advertising and doing networking, with other people as far as pushing out my events and everything, I get so many responses. And I'm just like, all right, I don't need any more on that side. Come talk to me on the LinkedIn side. Let's talk business, okay?
Okay, so y'all come over here and link in with this Tanya girl. You know what I'm saying? Tanya Hicks, that's her name. You better link in with her because you never know when she's gonna fly off somewhere.
That's me.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Shauna, what's up with you? How we can get in contact with you?
So, you can get in contact with me through Facebook. just as how you see my name is spelled, Shauna Manswell. That's my name on Facebook. I'm always active on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. My name on Instagram is the Black Naturalist, all together. I'm working on trying to get in LinkedIn and get professional as well, but I'm just constantly always on Facebook. So Facebook is the fastest way to reach me. I want to mirror off Miss Tanya about being a felon. I'm not a felon, but it's also kind of hard for regular people to kind of get on their feet as well, just as well as felons. I'm from the state of Florida, so they have a lot of programs for felons and no programs for regular people. So regular people, they get stuck in this cycle of working 9 to 5 and paying bills and don't know what to do after that, or don't know how to get into a better tax bracket for their family or for themselves. And that's what I've been fighting with for these past couple of years, just trying to come out of that, that rabbit hole cycle that everybody else is in. And it's hard. A regular 9 to 5 person doing that, it's hard. They want you to wait 30 years to do it. You want to go to school for free, you can't do it unless you possibly are failing. So it's hard to get some of those things that those people have, and sometimes they take advantage of it. So I just want to kind of mirror off of that. So whatever I try to get, I try to use it, because I know people that work 9 to 5, it's hard to get help in any type of form. But if you have an idea, if you have a thought on starting a business, just do it. Don't wait. Just do it, because
Yeah.
life doesn't wait on anybody. Your 9 to 5 don't care about you. I'm a living witness. 9 years, and they treated me like shit. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn how good you are. You know, they don't care. So please, just do whatever you can.
Yes, yes. See, we care for y'all. Can you see how much we care for y'all? We took 37 minutes out our day to talk to you all, to try to help y'all to get up off your butts and do what
Right,
you need to do, because time ain't waiting for nobody.
right,
Nobody.
right.
Every second of my day, you better believe I can count for every second of my day. Every second of my day, yes. But since we have these three strong women sitting here talking to you all, we took our time. We be able to just push you forward to do what you need to do. Or if you're thinking about being a trucker or are in the trucking business, believe you me, don't like put your pride down if you're a man and say, I don't no woman can teach me nothing, whatever, whatever. Just go ahead, put your pride down. We don't even have to see how you look. Reach out to your Facebook Messenger, Lincoln for Toya. I mean, you don't even have to show your face. You can lie about your name, but get the help you need, because guess what? It's help out here for you. So
Right.
we're going to say we love y'all, and we're going to pray for y'all. And no matter what, you can do it if you try. All right.
Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you. Thank both of
Thank you,
y'all. I
Miss.
Yes.
really appreciate the invite. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
no, no problem. So we're going to go out with a bang,
you.
and we're going to do it like this. See y'all. Wait a minute, y'all.
Okay. Where's Elias? Look what he did.